Hoorah! Unity, unity, unity. What is up, y'all? I'm out here at that beautiful sun. Look at that. Light, air, water. I'm out here on that positive shit. Y'all already know I'm on that positive junk every single day. Every day, all day. Now, listen, this may be a little random. Like just the things I'm saying is like I don't necessarily have a set objective for this video. Really, I'm just saying a bunch of you know what I'm saying, helpful things. But one thing I will say, you know what I'm saying, I was just giving a little bit of advice. You know what I mean? I know the camera. It might be a little laggy. I don't know why it does that. But you know what I mean. The point I'm trying to make to y'all right now is that, all that message matters right now is the message. You know what I mean? And that, hey man, if anything you're going through, bro, don't stress yourself out through anything or about anything or over anything. Whether it be a woman or a man or anything you're going through, whether you're making a book, like acknowledge the fact that you're creating it. And that sure, you should create it at some point, but at the same time that it's on your time. You get it? At the same time, it's on your time. So if you're feeling stressful, you see, the stress is only gonna create more stress. I'll give you all an example. Let's say you're making a book, right? You don't even like where the book is gone. You're 10 pages in, but you don't want to erase those 10 pages because you don't want to do it all over again, right? So then you write and write and write, and then you get to this point to where you're so irritated, you're frustrated. Not only because you'd have to rewrite it, but because of the simple fact that you're already stressed enough. So if you're already stressed in your mind, you're writing down things you don't even want to write more and more. So you're creating more and more stress for yourself. You know what I mean? I've got, as a writer myself, I've gotten to those points where I would write and write and write, and I wouldn't like what I wrote. But at the same time, if you don't like what you wrote, at least come up with ideologies that match what you don't like so that it leads up to a point that you enjoy, so that you don't have to regret making those pages. And that's with life in general. You know what I mean? If you're making music, man, you don't like the lyrics, but you think you can't come up with anything else, that's your issue, first off. Whether you're making music, whether you're making art, whether you're learning how to play guitar, never jump to the conclusion, never have the mindset that you can't come up with greater ideas or ideas besides the ones you have now. Never jump to that conclusion. Always have the mindset and ideology that your mindset is eternal, that your mind is eternal, and that you can come up with any set of ideas or ideologies that you wish. Understand how great your mind is and how great you are as a person. And throughout this journey, you will understand who you truly are as a person. But you got to value yourself as a person too. And understanding your value as a human being does take hard work, because procrastinating and then sitting there and doing nothing, it's not going to work. It's not going to fix that problem. It's not going to help you get to that problem. So people say, oh, I want to know myself this. I want to be better at myself. I want to understand myself more. But that does take hard work, because because everybody has a passion or what they want to do. Either that or they're doing nothing to figure out what they're passionate about. And I don't want y'all or myself to be that type of person. So the point I'm trying to make to y'all is that everyone has a passion in some way, shape, or form, but they procrastinate towards it or about it. They don't want to fail forward. They don't want to succeed forward, because failure takes heart. To fail over and over and over and over again, that takes heart. Because at the end of the day, you suck until you don't. You're bad at something until you're not. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like people run and they avoid the inevitable. If you want to get better at something, you gotta suck at it. That's just common sense. Why are you gonna start something? First off, why are you even gonna why start a passion, right? And then bring that into your life and then complain about it. Think about how stupid that sounds for a moment, y'all. Think about how stupid that sounds. You know what I mean? It's like, this is something you want in your life. You bring art or playing the guitar into your life, and now you're waking up the next day like, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. But you said you were passionate about it. And people let this simple fact, the inevitable fact that it takes hard work, they let that simple knowledge, that simple fact, stop them from achieving what's necessary for them to grow as human beings. And if you want to grow as a human being, that's unacceptable. You can't embrace that. That's something you shouldn't embrace. That's something you shouldn't accept or respect. So if you really want to grow as a human being, you have to embrace the fact that it takes hard work. Everything you're going to do in this life takes hard work. And whether you like it or not, that's the plain out truth. And that's a truth you have to embrace if you want to grow. You know? Yeah, I'm back at it with the rhymes though. I gotta start rhyming again though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But on a real note though, what was I gonna say? Cause like I'm spazzing. I'm spinning. You know what I'm saying? I'm going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Well, on a real note though, like at the end of the day, y'all, we have to understand that the concepts and the things, we have to change our perception of the concepts and the things that we add into our lives and stop complaining about it because it takes hard work. Okay, let's think about it like this. You know what? Let's do that. Let's think about it like this. Learning a new language. Think about it. You're learning a whole new language. You're speaking in a way, in a manner that you've never spoken to or in your life. Whether it be Arabic or Spanish or Japanese or Chinese or Korean or any language. It's like, or Korean or something like that. It's like this is like a new arsenal to your language. Like it's not just English. Or if it's not your first language, whatever first language you want to you already speak, any other language you start to speak, it's like this isn't it. You know what I mean? Like me, for example, I'm learning another language. I'm learning Japanese. You know what I mean? So it's like English. It's a fun thing to know that like, wow, I can speak this language and that language. You know what I'm saying? Like that's fun. You have to enjoy the process. That's what a friend of mine said that. You know, shout out to him. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. He said, don't just don't just trust the process. Enjoy that shit. I was like, yo, that's true, bro. I can see what you mean by that. You know what I mean? And that's that's something we should always do. And to add in or pitch into that, I think we should always not only enjoy the process or trust the process, but embrace the fact that there is a process and stop complaining because at the end of the day, everything has a process to it. Everything. Birth, life, death, pain, healing, all of it has a process to it. But you can't neglect or push away that process because your mind isn't used to suffering. And I'm gonna leave it off with that. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all feel different like me. Y'all are great. Have a beautiful day. Rahu.